finish a few comments now and do a full annotation of Sonnet 29, Shakespeare's Sonnet 29. I'm with you now again on 275. Let's begin by making some observations at level 2A. If you had to jot down right now what you consider to be the major theme of this Sonnet 29 that we just read and we just studied, go ahead and jot down really quickly at 2A, what would that message or that theme be for you in regards to Shakespeare's feelings about two things? One, I'll ask it as a guiding question, you just jot it down. One, what is Shakespeare's feeling about himself in this poem, Sonnet 29? Go ahead and jot that one down. What is Shakespeare's feeling about himself? Himself as writer, himself as person, himself as friend, himself as, we might even say, lover. Okay, all right. And then secondly, what is Shakespeare's feelings about his lover, about his girl, the one that he is looking at the end of the sonnet? Okay, now let's answer both of them really quickly at 2A. One, Shakespeare's feelings about himself is right there in the very first line. Let's make sure we write that word down. You see that word. That word is disgrace. In other words, Shakespeare feels about himself, I am a loser. Why am I a loser? Because I'm not as good as the other writers who live around me. I don't have the hope of ever being a very good writer. I don't have money. Let's write that one down. I'm poor. I don't have any money, which is, of course, going to be explained by the fact that he hasn't sold any really major pieces of writing, etc., etc. Okay? That is to say, I'm a loser. I'm a loser. What is the feeling that he has then about his lover, his girl? And the answer, of course, here is, she is the answer to all my problems. When I think of her, then I feel happy. Then I feel as if I have some hope, and I wouldn't trade the relationship I have with her for all of the money in the world. Okay? Of course, at 2B, you've already written it down. Obviously, this is a sonnet. This is a Shakespearean sonnet for us. Notice the rhyme scheme of A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, G, G. Point out as well at 2B really quickly that you have these quatrains, these four lines that go together, right? Notice that the first four quatrains then end with a period in which he says that he curses his fate. That is to say, I'm a loser. At the end, notice of the second set of four lines, at the end of line 8, another period. He says, I'm not even happy with the stuff that I enjoy the most. At the end of the fourth line, notice at the end of the third quatrain, then notice that it is, he says, the shift is starting to occur. When I get really sad, I start to be happy because I think of my girl. Let's jump to 3A really quickly. Relationships to other texts that we might wish to think about. How does this text for you, jot it down, how does this text for you relate in any way to the titles of the Spenser or the Sidney sonnets that we were looking at before, right? So jot down really quickly one Spenser title, one Sidney title that you can relate to Sonnet 29, especially in relationship to this topic of the comments about love and being frustrated in love, right? We've had a few of these, haven't we, in our sonnet writing. Let's also ask then about movies that you're familiar with that have to do with this idea of frustrated love, frustrated lover. What is that for you, right? A good show that kind of represents that one for you. What's your favorite love movie where it works out? What's your favorite love movie where it doesn't work out? Do you have one of those titles that you can write down really quickly? And then finally 3B. Let's jot it down really quickly. What is for you one moment in your life that you find you can relate to this idea that you have ever felt completely disgraced, completely cursed by fate? What was a time for you when you felt like you were a loser, a total loser? In other words, you shared Shakespeare's feelings. Was there a time in your life when you ever felt like that? And then let's ask a second 3B question. Is there a time in your life when you had someone in your life who helped you find some meaning in the madness, some ability to relate to the craziness, the insanity. Did that ever happen for you? Did you ever have someone like that? All right. So there you go, an introduction to Sonnet 29. Thank you.